Good morning, seekers. Welcome to NOmadness Life. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and if you'd like to become a member, link is in the description. Today's Sunday. We're gonna preach it, and then I will do a reaction later. Later, Gators. I'm gonna wait for y'all to join. While I look at this, my face cream's gone. Oh my god! Hello, Tommy Tubes. Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's Sunday. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Oh my gosh. I've seen a whole lot of hoopla. LJ, I'm so glad you made it. Oops-a-daisy, good morning. 19 Chins, Leonie. Jacqueline, hi guys. I told you there was a reason I wasn't going to react to that live stream last night. When I popped in, I'll wait for more people to join because then we'll be repeating ourselves. Let me get a little bit of face paint on, really. Good morning, Kimbalina. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. I gotta see. 47, good morning. Tinkerbell, Robin, just Rhonda. FFG was in the chat. In Isaac's chat? Was she was in Isaac's chat? I didn't look at the chat. I was just listening. I popped in. I popped in with the blue couch talk. I said, "Oh my, I better rewind this a little bit." It's time for you to change your name. Oh, you're going to be 48 and freaking fabulous. She was telling Kybella off. Well, there you go. It is what it is. She don't like her. She don't like her. Anyone out there boycotting the Olympics? Any Christians out there? Just asking. Holy criminy. I'm like, why are we all about, like, trying to hurt each other, whether it be your religion or your nationality? I mean, it's like a movie. Like, let's see how angry people can get. Well, if you mock God, you deal with God. Yeah, if you mock him, you might get a, I don't know, worldwide, you might get a power outage, a blackout or something. You were offended? Well, that's what people like to do now. I guess to push your way into being noticed, you have to offend people's religions and stuff. I just say that's up to God. You mock him, I'm good. I'm sure if you were on your deathbed, after mocking him, he would forgive you. So there's that. I know he's merciful. And I know he knows that people do things for certain reasons, I suppose. So no, I will never allow people to fill my soul with hatred and negativity. I just can't. Frustration, yeah, but none of that. Well, anyway, so yes, I even said, if I were you, Foodie Beauty, I would not, I don't think I would have whistled him in. This is a whole different thing. Like, he has taken down many channels. Big ones. So, and it will be his mission, just so you know. It will be his mission. So I guess now we just see, I mean, whatever. You kind of like that part, huh? Gave you chills, huh? Little goosey bumps. Well, I watched him a long time ago with the whole Katie thing. Long time ago, years ago. And once again, she went after, somebody's kids, which, I don't know. I guess she just likes to play with fire. That girl dances around the fire pit. A little too close. Now she might fall in. I mean, she might trip and fall in. I don't know. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Just saying. Sometimes you don't whistle in other communities unless you want to find out. Oh, yeah, he said that's his end goal, Jinx. That is his end goal. So if you didn't watch any of it, watch the last 10 minutes. Well, besides the rolling out, outro, go in to like the last 10 minutes. You watched him years ago too? Yeah, I did too. He used to put on a hell of a show. But he does have people that will keep encouraging Foodie to stay engaged. So there's going to be that too. Wow. Anyway, so that should be fascinating. I put in the little blue ones because they match my necklace. Isaac is actually more, let's just put it this way. Like, Isaac is more focused on what his end game is. And he has one hell of a network. Yeah, so there's that. I've seen it. Do you think we can expect a rage from... I have no idea. I don't know how she's going to handle this. I kind of feel like she's going to be quiet for a day and just load up mukbangs. We will react to the Burger King mukbang and whatever nonsense she put out of her gluttony. But when it comes to reacting to him, I don't know. Maybe because because even when Marty went after, Salah stayed away from it all. Yes, Cherry, somebody mocked God. How do you not know this? I'm going to try this. How do you not know? How have you not watched any of the Olympic stuff? The opening ceremony. How do you know it? And YouTube, Google, is taking down the opening ceremony. So if you have uploaded on your channel, I suggest you take it down. The outrage and the sponsors that are pulling out of the sponsoring the Olympics. I mean, we're going to bounce back and forth between Isaac and the Olympics, or should we just do one and then the other? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what we should do here. All I know is you can be outraged, of course. Anyone that mocks God or Jesus, I guess you face the consequences. And I'm sure on your deathbed, you'll be begging for forgiveness. So there's that. And you know what? God will forgive. So I don't know why we're making a big deal of it. I'm just not going to watch it. I don't really like it anyway. I always think everything is always some sort of political statement instead of all about the sports. We've seen it in football. We've seen it in baseball, basketball. And you know what? That ruins the sport. But I guess if you're getting paid a big amount of money, right, then you gotta, dance. Dance. Speaking of following the money. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. You just follow the money. On anything you're watching, follow the money. And, Heels Up. Heels Up. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I can't help you. Heels Up was all for it. And that's going to hurt her. That will hurt her. Guaranteed. I would think. But maybe not. Maybe we're living in a new society. where we mock God. That's why the path is narrow. And it's getting narrower every day. Is it not? My fellow Christians, is it not getting narrower every day? You'll have to go look, Toodles. They did a whole opening ceremony where they mocked Jesus and God. So I guess that's cute. And then there was a blackout. And I go, wow, divine intervention. Anyone who doesn't believe should be a believer now. You can blame it on anything you want, but what were the odds? The blackout. They made a mockery, yes. Yeah. Somebody goes, is this the Olympics or the Ozempics? I love comedy. It was disgusting, yeah. And it was meant to infuriate and fill you full of rage and negativity. No, people know. When you know, you don't need to take on that energy, because what it does is it makes you, I don't know, the devil loves that. He loves anger. I always say, the sponsors are pulling out. There was a young kid, he's 5th ranked in the world as a surfer. And apparently on his surfboard, he had Jesus' name. It's kind of like, protect me, Jesus, on his surfboard. And they told him, that's not allowed. So is he going to compete? I don't know. Is he going to abide? I don't know. Are you wearing blush and rouge? I did, I don't know, I did some shadowing. I did some blush. I don't know, I'm just farting around. I'm going to be with you guys a lot today because I got everything done this weekend. And today's my day of rest, even though typically it should be Saturday. But today's the day that worked out for me. So we're going to do a reaction later. I'm going to chill today. I ran around till probably 9:30 last night, so I didn't catch the beginning of the interview with Kybella. She's young, so I expected Kybella, to be a little all over the place. I expected it. And but I jumped in right at the blue couch moment, so that did give me a laugh. When she said he sent her a picture of the blue couch with tadpoles everywhere. That actually made me laugh. And the one thing, or there was a few points I agreed on. And like I said from the get-go, did you eat late because you had... Deborah, stop. Some tea dropped on her this morning. Like what, Kimberlina? Yes, the interview happened. What, like what? I know half of you in here just trolling the shit out of me. Because some of y'all just act like you living in a cave. That opening was ridiculous. No, didn't even represent the spirit of the games. It didn't at all. And then they took the circles. There's 3 at the top and 2 at the bottom and, whatever. Good morning, Tucker. Anyway, where were we? She wasn't homeless in March. She was in jail. Who cares? I don't give a fuck where she was. I don't care. It was an interview. People think I have to like Isaac or like Kybella in order to watch something. I don't play those games of, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. I don't do that. I ain't taking these people to lunch. I'm not meeting them in person. I'm not paneling up. It's a story and I'm following it. And it's part of the Chantal-verse. So I don't have to slander another human being to expose the truth. They all do it themselves. And I love to watch it because you don't have to even, you don't have to feel any way about anybody. You just watch the show or don't. If it's too much where you have to actually hate or love, I don't recommend watching anything in Chantal-verse because everybody is got a different approach. Everybody agrees, disagrees, but I like just to see where this is going. Now, here are some facts. She has brought 2 men, and I'm going to say 2 men, that have groomed women in this community. And I got a problem with that. She has also publicly displayed trying to hurt animal lovers with her actions on a living animal. I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So, then she whistled in another guy that says, oh yeah, hold my beer. I'm going to take this shit down. So I want to see where this goes. Amen. She tries to take all of us down all the time. You show or any truth that creates a little injury of facts, she tries to take you down. So where's her power? Where's her power? Yeah, Don't Fuck with Cats. Did you watch that documentary? The internet goes a little bit nuts. So here we are. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? She also has kids in her chat. Yeah. And he's hanging out with them too in his gaming streams. So I don't have to go into Kai Bella's past or any of this shit. I stay right on track. I don't need to, slander somebody to stay on track. Like for real. I don't need to do that. She's got a past she's willing to just throw out there and tell you all about it. Good for her. She didn't have to, but she chose to. She gives no. That's why she was the one that had the guts to put that stuff up after, Salah, basically told her that against her will, he was going to do all these things to her. So, I'm sorry, what? And you want him in your country? Just asking. And she keeps bringing these people to this platform. She should have never went back. And that's what Isaac was constantly blown away by. Like, why would you go back when you found out even what his fantasies are? Why? And why did you bring him to this platform if you already knew what they were? So, I guess he's the man to do the job, I suppose. I'm here to watch. Well, yeah, she's brought 3 men, if you count Pete, but I'm just saying that have these fantasies, right? And Nader has proved that he was using his channel to get women. I mean, Nader used to even say, to be a member, you had to pay him. Or no, you had to be a member to be a mod. You had to pay him. He would get into these, like, Facebook. That's not what YouTube's for. To get into these FaceTime group chats and say disgusting stuff and do disgusting stuff, that's for another platform. That's not for YouTube. And then now we got this guy. And somebody exposed him that had the guts to do it. You wouldn't have known, would you have? I think she was more mad that it all came out. I really do at this point. The fact that she even went back tells me everything I need to know. She don't care. She don't care. Oh, we need some powder up in here. So, maybe people care. And they're going to say enough's enough. It is what it is. You can't control what people do or say. On YouTube, only YouTube can. And she's pulled a lot of stunts on YouTube, and yet she's still here. It is what it is. I mean, we may be looking for a new reaction. Whatever. I'm down with it. I don't care. I don't care. Whoa, I can see you now. Yeah, and Karate Joe, and she's got teenagers in her chat, and she thinks it's funny or cute. They should have been, as soon as she found out, they should have just been blocked. Then go ask Kai Bella if you want to know about her personal life. Go ask her. Why would you ask me about her personal life? I have no clue. I guess she was spilling her guts last night. There you go. I don't actually look really good, Deborah. I'm attempting. No, it's been proven tip-top. It's been proven. I even seen him on his own channel. Ghostface? Yeah. I did. When he did his apology video for threatening Just Breezin' and her daughter's life. Yeah, he's a teen. It's been proven. I don't know about the other one, but yeah, it has. There is a place you can go find it. It is weird. And she found out about it. Hasn't done anything. Except for take his wrench away. Whatever. It's just we're in a weird world where people want so much attention that they are willing to do things to shock and awe people just to keep your attention with like no moral compass. And that's where YouTube fails. I wouldn't either. As soon as I found out, I'd be like, see you later, bye. Go find something to do, kid. Get the fuck out of here. Right? Can you imagine if anything happened to that kid and the mom finds out that he's been following a grown-ass woman and yeah, it would all come down. Of course, she'd pull a shanty for sure. Blame everyone else. Hello, Susie. Whew, we're trying to look alive and awake today. The camper build. Oh, I already started filming. We found a solution to our issues. And it's actually looking really good. Like, it's looking really good. So, I'm back on track. I'm back. I am back on track. There's always a solution. Right. You are correct. There's always a solution. You just gotta, sit at peace, and then answers come. Put your mind at peace. It's like when I'm doing my puzzle, you get to the point where you can't even see the pieces anymore, right? Because you've been doing it too long. Then you just walk away. And then when you come back hours later, it's just like piece after piece after piece. It's just the way life is too. If you have something you're struggling with, you don't get all emotional about it. I mean, some things you have to, but like dilemmas or paths you need, you can't figure life out. All you have to do is be quiet. And believe it or not, I am a very quiet person when I am not on YouTube. Because I enjoy peace. So anyway, and it's unbelievable. Things just come to you. Hello, May. Justice for May. Yeah, that's the way I am in real life, too. Peaceful, quiet. Yeah, stay still. Right. What a mess. I cleaned this table. Hi, Loopy girl. How are you? Hello. Look at my nails. Oh, my gosh. You know what? I should know better than to try to wear nail polish because I'm always doing stuff. Kybella didn't have new info, really. It was just nice to hear her actually talk about everything. Well, the people in the chat were asking the questions. I seen Bad Seed was there. Hurl World was there. I think I've only heard of Hurl World. I don't know if they're a reaction channel or what. If they're like pro foodie beauty behavior or they're against it. I don't know. Don't care. I really don't care. There's so many of us and everybody reacts different. Everybody thinks different. People want us all to kumbaya together. And why? Why? What is the point of it? Because in the end, everybody ends up hurting each other. And that's why I don't kumbaya with anyone. I'll give you a shout out or I'll thank you for something, but I sit back and I watch. And some people pretend to be something they're not. And eventually it shows. And I don't want to be a part of that. So if I, like I say, it's always like, you know, a false idol, right? No, thank you. I ride solo. But everybody's always trying to get me to hate somebody or join forces. That's you know what? That's the audience thing. That ain't us. That ain't me. I'm too old for that nonsense. Like, to feel powerful, you got to have, like, you know, me and this creator, we're the strength. Oh, God, stop. No. You either like the creator or you don't. And if you know, you team up with a creator and it goes south, you just hurt your audience. You just hurt your audience. That's it. That's why I don't do the panels. None of that shit. Near the end with the fry, she got flustered. I don't know what happened. I didn't see any of that in the chat. I was listening, and like I said, I popped in at the blue couch thing, and I was laughing because I had no idea he sent her a couch with proof of evidence, and then Foodie flies herself back to Kuwait to new furniture. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't watch the intros because they're super long. I just pull the bar over. You don't have to watch the intro. When it starts, just bring the little ball over till that's what I do. That's what I do. So anyway, when I clicked in, it was about 10 o'clock, right? Because I already knew the intro was going to last till 9. So I clicked in at 10, and it was at the blue couch moment. So I just scrolled it back and said, okay. I have no idea. He sent her a picture of the stain. Yeah, and said tadpoles everywhere. What? What? Okay, I'm gonna gag. Stop. Oh my God, oh my God. You stayed the whole time because you like the music? There you go. I don't even know if people are going to complain about the way Isaac does the show. Go over and tell them. I dare you. Why? Why do people think that creators have to march to the beat of their annoyance or their anxiety or their... Just don't watch. He should have posted that. Or she should have posted that, not going to lie. Yeah, well, apparently she don't have those pictures anymore. But whatever. Don't care. It was just funny. I like the humor of shit. I'm like, I can't believe this guy. He knew she was a Beezer. He even said, hi, Beezer. When she followed him on TikTok, he knew. He went right in. Hi, Beezer. That's how it started. Do you have an Instagram? That's what he said. She's like, yeah. And that's when the games began. I haven't even had breakfast. It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter, people. I know. I would have been devastated and that went back. Same here. There's no way. There is no way. I would have stayed in Canada and built my life. I would have canceled my bank account and redid it and went into the AdSense, retyped my new bank account. I would never. I would have changed the password on my YouTube. I would never have went back. Ever. And bringing him back into this community, just like she chased her abuser for 18 months and pretends like she didn't or uses this excuse of how many times do women go back to their abusers? Well, I don't know. I guess you would have to have the full statistic. Do they have kids together? Do they live together? Are they married? Have they been together for years? Or did they find him on Tinder and knew the first night that he was aggressive? Aggressive. Like very aggressive. And you have your own home and your own money, right? Like there are way more things that you have to put into those statistics, if you ask me. But I guess I could be the stupid one. Just like there are many, 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 many diseases and conditions out there and mental illness. And if you are not diagnosed, you can't just give yourself a diagnosis, foodie. That's what Shani does, by the way. Did you know Shani's getting fitted for a wheelchair? She's trying to get Social Security disability. But you know it's all bullshit. Who gets fitted for a wheelchair? Okay, the doctor says you need a wheelchair. So you go over to the medical equipment shop, right? And then they just go, try this one out, try that one out. There's like bariatric. That's exactly what they're going to give you. The bariatric wheelchair. Then guess what? Then get fitted. Then guess what? Now the uncle is going to have to put a freaking ramp on the front of that house. And trust me, she'll demand it. As they sit there and squat in that house. You can't make this shit up. It's crazy funny. She is going for Social Security disability. Did you guys see her shit stool is in the living room next to the couch where she poops? But she walks to the dining room, oh, and the kitchen, bet that. But she can't walk into the bathroom to take a crap. She's doing it in the living room. I can't. It's funny as hell. Oh my God, I can't with those two. Getting fitted for a wheelchair. She is something else. That girl loves the outrage. She loves the attention. You know, no, there's bariatric. There's only so many sizes of wheelchairs. I worked in the hospital. If we had an obese, we'd say, go get a bariatric wheelchair, please. We didn't say, could you go get the 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X, or 6X wheelchair? We had bariatric. Yeah. No, she'll have it covered by the state. She will have it covered by the state. Yeah, it's basically the wide wheelchair. That's what we used to call it. Yeah, that ramp's going to be something. That uncle is going to pull his hair out. You know what I'm saying? And let's just say the uncle who Rev gave the house to, because he owned 2 houses. His mom left him 2 houses, right? The grandparents' house and then the parents' house. Anyway, Rev gave that house to the uncle, right? The uncle has his own house. So anyway, they demanded that house back, whatever. But they don't pay any of the bills. Taxes, water, nothing. They just squat in it, right? So can you imagine if the uncle says, you know what, you want this house? I'll sign the deed over to you. Good luck. Pay the taxes or it's going to be taken away by the state of Pennsylvania. Now, I don't know if the uncle babies Rev like the mom did. I have no idea. I'm guessing so. Right? I'm guessing so. I mean, just my visual tells me, yes, he's babied. Anyway. Anyway, he's starting to look like Skeletor. He is being withheld food. Everybody sees it. I mean, it's just something to see. You can actually see his chest bones. It's crazy. All his ribs. You can count them. Uncle was giving his retirement away, housing Shani alone. Well, and that's the thing is, like, if he signed the deed over these two, and they don't pay anything, the taxes or anything, then yes, the state will own the house. And I think that's what the uncle should do. That's the only way to force them to go out there and work and pay for the utilities and the taxes. Like, he should just do it or kick them out. The reason I think Shani's amping this up is because the uncle can't stand her. I think that's why she's amping this up. She's trying to secure that he would be literally kicking out a disabled person if she can pull off the Social Security disability without any diagnoses. Yeah, Rev's got a 6-pack. No, he's got a 12-pack. You can count all his ribs. He's got a 12-pack. He looks like a skeleton. He looks rough. Like, he's disintegrating. Squatter laws are insane, yep. Especially if you got mail coming to the house, which they do. There you go. So that's about to get interesting. I don't know if the uncle will ever. She hasn't even been diagnosed with lupus. Everything she does is self-diagnosis. She's been into the hospital. She has told everybody she's dying of cancer. She's told everybody she's dying, blood clots, you name it. Never has she been diagnosed with anything. And people actually gave like $300 to get her to the hospital when they thought she had breast cancer and was dying. And actually, they even contacted the DA in whatever city, or Scranton or whatever. They actually contacted the DA because these people were so mad. It's crazy. It is crazy. And that's the thing is, when they go online and they're here to groom people for their money or groom women, that should not be allowed on YouTube. As soon as it's exposed, it should not be allowed. It should be, you're done, son. Which Nader is done, but now he's over on Dee Dee's channel. He feels so entitled to be on this platform because Foodie is, that he just keeps going to another, avenue. And it's crazy. They need past medical records and see a disability doctor. Well, yeah, we know. That's why she's really trying to work on this. That's why she went to the hospital with the attempted, or she's lying about that. Nobody knows. She's just like Foodie. She actually is obsessed with Foodie, by the way. And it's like two wings of a bird, these two. It's crazy. I never seen anything like it. Where you spend all your energy trying to affect strangers or other people because you feel entitled to their energy. But I like watching it. She won't qualify. No, Jennifer. She won't qualify. She's just, well, if now being morbidly obese now qualifies you for SSDI, then yes, she will qualify. Which is why, starving to death for 2 years on that couch, she ain't lost a pound. She ain't lost a pound. She's going to keep herself where she hopes she can use it as a disability. And maybe it is one now. I guess if you eat yourself into a disability, yay you. That's crazy. But whatever. But Rev, there's no excuse Rev can't go work. That's why. And listen, her last name is still Chris's last name. She didn't take on Egroff because they're not married. Even if it's common law and they're Christians and believe in, all the things Bible, they never got married under God. Okay. Why not? You're out there preaching the Bible to the world and you didn't even follow the Bible. All right. Now, we're going back and forth with everything. People are asking me a million questions. So we're just twirling all around from the Olympics to Isaac and Kybella, all the way around to Shani, to foodiebeauty. This is how my lives go. It's like an ADD thing. And I'm fine with it. I like it. I like it. I do not know all things. And some of you are asking questions in here, and I'm purposely not answering them. Because like I said, I'm not doing that stuff anymore. Because I know what's up half the time. It's for somebody else's content. Not my own. I love you, Lord. You're released from the fire. don't know what that banner was about. Well, I know they do all that. That's why I said never believe the tongue of a serpent, especially through their actions. Their actions tell you all you need to know. For your mercy never fails me. I was doing all my studying this morning. That's why the whole shit show of the Olympics, blasphemy of the Last Supper, which was the event right before Jesus was crucified, all of that being made a mockery of, didn't anger me. I think it angered God, but that's up to them, right? I was just like, woo, woo. But they would be forgiven if they asked, would they not? That's the beautiful thing. And a lot of people that are in society, they hold grudges and they don't forgive shit. That's your burden. Because he will forgive them. That's why he's better than all of us. The Olympics really disappointing. Yeah, I have no interest in it. I have no interest in it. Everything that's put in our face for entertainment or sports is now all driven by religion and politics. And I don't know. I guess if you get a big paycheck, you need to fall in line. I'm interested to know if the surfer who was told he could not have Jesus Christ's name on his surfboard, which is probably his protector when he's surfing, right? It's just protector. That's like saying you can't wear a cross, right? If you're gonna compete in the Olympics. I am just interested. Is he gonna compete? Woo. It's very interesting to me. Will he compete? Very interesting. I love your voice. You have led me the dark through the night in darkest times. The Marie Antoinette segment was interesting. I didn't watch it. I just seen the news and all the people in an uproar. I'm like, I don't think they would have done that with any other religion. I know one religion they wouldn't have done that to. It would have been Moonscape over there. Let's be honest. Christians are more like, I see you. And that's your walk. There's other religions that would have, wow, it would have been bad. It would have been really bad. You read about it too? Yeah. I don't know if Paris got there. Isn't that wild? It was right where the Olympics were. Just a complete blackout. And I go, huh, you do work in mysterious ways. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was full of, it had children there too, while it was full of a lot of, let's just say, actual innuendos and performance. And if that's how you have to present yourself, is to shock and awe people, I'm sorry, but I feel like your cause is on a negative connotation, you know what I mean? If that's the way you have to put yourself in someone's face and don't care about the outcome, that tells me everything I need to know. Like I really, you know what I mean? Kind of like Foodie does when it came to BBJ and the way Foodie did the 9/11, the Jonestown, what else did she do? Oh, Cuba Rage, but, you know, with Dee Dee's mom and Dee Dee's job. Dee Dee got fired after 26 years because Dee Dee took Nader. So she got rid of her career they called her work. And then, see, this is where you dance. And then guess what, Foodie? The interesting thing is there will come somebody that says enough's enough. And I believe Isaac is now that person. So you're not going to be a victim. You whistled him in. You said shit about his kids. And sometimes when you poke at somebody, you know you could be poking a bear. You just poked a bear. I'm going to be honest with you. He will stop at nothing. Even if his channel came down, He's going to stop at nothing. You get this, right? I told you. Every time you poke a bear, and then you'll be the victim. Well, you better get your Twitch going. Oh, that's right. He said any platform. I forgot. I guess you shouldn't have talked about his kids. Yeah. He said any platform. She's messed with many people's kids and real life. Yeah, she has. She's got people willing to do it. And so does Isaac. And who do you think in the end will win? Chantal or Isaac? 1 for Chantal, 2 for Isaac. Put it in the chat. He said any and all platforms. Maybe that will be the last kid she messes with. 2. So everybody's thinking Isaac. Yeah. I've seen him work. He's like, he doesn't like play pranks or any of that stuff. It's all background while he just reacts to her videos. I've seen the way he works. Yeah. I'm serious. I even said when she started talking about his kids, I said, uh-oh, you just whistled them in. Nobody wins, right? I meant the channel takedowns. It's the war of the channel takedowns, because that's what she's going to say. Well, and that's the thing. Isaac has people in different places of the internet, not Foodie. I think even the people that line up with Foodie behind the scenes are going to back away. I don't think they're going to involve themselves, but I don't know. It's crazy. But it is what it is. Listen, the YouTubes can be trifling. It could be trifling. Do I care if it happens? Nope. Don't care at all. Yeah. Well, she should be afraid for her channel, her income. If I were her, I would get home. I would get home before she ends up with no money to get home. Honestly, it was at the end of his live. He changed his tone from funny to bet me. He did. He did. How come you can always do one eye better than the other? Listen, YouTube's is the Olympics. There's all kinds of nonsense. It's a sport. It's blasphemous. It's fake religion just to protect yourself from backlash. It's a whole shit show, which is why we watch. Sometimes you're just watching good versus evil. Whatever. It's fine. All right, wait, this needs more. Then, listen, if you buy these already adhesive, you can peel off the old adhesive and put a new one on. He doesn't raise his voice. He's very confident in what he does. Because he don't care. He's like, you messed with my kids. I told you she'd meet somebody someday. Yes, she met him. See, Marty don't have kids, right? I got him off of Timu. I like him. Right? You don't have kids, right? It's a different energy when you have kids. You felt his, yeah, exactly. His Papa Bear energy. Yeah. You don't mess with parents. Rev is still Speaking to other women. Oh my God, I gotta check that out. Rev is still speaking to other women. Yeah, that's true. He may even be good friends with somebody else. That, you know what I mean? That will be in the background. Nobody knows. It's wild. Wild. This could be part of the blasphemy that she's going to face by pretending that she is following a religion. You never know. Blasphemy works in different ways. Like I said, France experienced a total blackout. A total blackout where the Olympics were. What were the odds of that after that, blasphemous performance? I go, wow, look at that. I was like, you are amazing, God. You're like, oh, shut it down. Shut it down. These ones are not curved. I like these ones better because they're fine. So they don't look like I'm wearing caterpillars. Oh my God. What? France hosting with socialized electricity? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't care. Like I see something and then I go, well, everything plays out in the end. Everything that's meant to be happens as it is designed to happen. Right now, I feel like we're in good versus evil. Even on YouTube, like good is removing evil. Evil is removing evil. It doesn't matter. Let evil... I'm waiting to see the outcome of everything. Because it can only happen for so long. You can only entertain angry, violent, aggressive, hateful people, and it's going to turn around. It always does. There's a history of it. There's a total history of it over and over and over and over and over. I'm just grateful, like, the most peaceful times in life is when I was in my 20s and 30s, because I got to experience, like, peace, love, friendship, kinship, respect for religions, there's respect for races, respect for culture, and we're in a whole different, I know this has been here before, but this is the first time I've ever seen it in my life. This one woman, she's like, I just retired. Are you telling me I just retired and there's going to be an apocalypse? Like it was funny. But, like, seriously, I've worked my whole life to retire and it's going to be the apocalypse. Now, it's a religious war. It's a cultural war. Those are the worst, by the way. Because it's more passion than territory. More passion than territory. Wars over land are not even really wars, but wars over culture and religion, that can turn apocalyptic. Man, it's hot up here. So, see how I can't ever get this one right on the eyelid? These are just my thoughts and opinions. I'm just spitballing. So, it's just an observation. I know she was being like, a lot of people retired and they got to just sit in their rocking chairs and, oh, life is good. And here we are. It was just kind of her going, good God. This world is nuts. So I just say, watch what you want. Just watch what you want. This definitely has created season 3 is lit. Now season 3 is lit. Be careful what you wished for, foodie. Season 3 is lit. Now it is. George Peach, you are an OG. Yes, you are. You've been around. Are you the same one? You've been around since Juan. Remember Juan? Oh my God. The one that was always react to Foodie or to Katie. Oh my God. Shelly, my daughter, has my antique rocking chair that is well over 130 years old. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, Gen X, we can't retire. Foodie Beauty's lit because we all wanted to see the ending. I thought that was you, Georgia. Didn't he crack you up? Taco money, honey. Remember that? Oh my God. And Katie kept trying to take his channel down over and over. Oh my God. Whatever happened to him? God dang, he was funny. He couldn't react for shit. Him and his wife sat in that bedroom and did their live streams. It was so funny. I found this community from Negs reacting to Katie. Yes. What happened to him? I don't know, because then they put their dog in the car, and they were filming themselves doing the Uber Eats as a job. People's food was in the backseat with their dog. Honest to God, he was a character. There's a lot of characters I miss. There's so many fun. I miss Steven the Beast. God dang. That's some funny shit. I'll tell you what, man. That was the best of Miss Fucking Wonderful when she lived with Steven. Honestly, that was the best. Wow. It's amazing how, things change and then new characters and da-da-da-da-da. Like, I like watching something that literally feels like a soap opera. Like, but it's real life. Like, I love watching that. So when Kai Bella exposed all the things that he was saying to her, yeah, it was offensive and blasphemous to the Christian religion. And if you read in the Quran or even in the ministry over in Kuwait, you are not allowed to blaspheme any religion. I mean, really, it was read. I can't remember the article number, but people sent that to Kai Bella to read, and I'm glad people did. So I'm just saying, if you feel you have the right to do that, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, I don't give a shit. There's consequences. And that is pissing other people off. Just like her BBJ thing. She can try to rewrite that story all she wants, but everything's there. And to even try to rewrite that is a disservice to BBJ. If you ever for a minute had empathy for your own cat, you would have apologized. You would have fixed it. But to deny it, double down, and pretend like, you're like, rest in peace, BBJ. That is sick. That is sick, sick, sick. That tells me, look at that, 666. That tells me that you don't even know what a bond or true love is. So how would you have a relationship with a man unless it's for your own gain? So then you got to start looking at it from that angle. And she does think she's untouchable. She got booted off the YouTubes, came back, said she was going to do better, and has done worse. She's done worse. That's when she tested the boundaries. That's her whole persona. How many boundaries can she test? For content, for attention. Anyway, I'm saying, you may have met your match, or, I don't know. But you whistled him in. Talked about his kids. He has full custody of all his kids. He fought for his kids. So? You don't think he's going to fight you for his kids? Oh, get out of here. Yes. So, I like watching things that, like the whole Katie and Steven show. I like things where you're like adrenaline, right? I like that. I like that you never know what's going to happen. Right now, we know everything that's going to happen every time she even puts up a video. Oh, look, she's eating Burger King, right? I know, and I will always give a kudos to FFG for saving that cat. And I don't give a fuck who's out there saying, oh, where is she? Where's the picture? Why? Why? She saved that cat from being euthanized. Wow, that's some messed up shit. And spent thousands of dollars getting her to enjoy the last days of her life for the last years. Just leave it there. Leave it there. She doesn't need to be content. If she's alive or passed away, whether, she lives in the closet in FFG's house, which she don't. She don't owe you an explanation. She set out to save that cat. She saved that cat. End of. Can you imagine? Somebody goes and saves an animal from the zoo, which, by the way, I hate all zoos. You'll never catch me in another zoo. Most of them are tranquilized, or they would probably just escape, right? Because we know, lions can climb a tree. Well, obviously not at the zoo. Want to know why? Because I feel like they are so drugged. It's sick to make money so people can gawk. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, so somebody saves a lion from the zoo, right? And gets them back to their instincts and their natural instincts anyway, and lets them go, right? Are we going to dive into this guy's past? That's what we deal with on the internet. Stick to the story. Don't try to create a new one. So what? Thank you. I love Sundays too. This is kind of where we preach it. So if you're new here, we just preach it. All things going on except for the things that YouTube don't allow because it's sensitive subjects. Yeah, she was going to put her down. She had an end-of-life appointment. She wasn't going to give her meds. She would have had to stay in Canada to see BBJ through getting healthier. Nobody in her family was going to be put on that. She kicked Pete out. Pete wasn't going to be able to be burdened with BBJ. He didn't even like BBJ. He shook her. He threw her in the air, right? While she was hurting and her kidneys hurt. They're both clowns. They both need to go away. You're sick. You're sick. And then you just sweep it under the rug like it never happened. And then you try to rewrite it. And it just makes me sick. Animals cannot speak for themselves. The same thing with children and babies, and you know what I mean? And people take advantage and abuse all these defenseless, that right there. I don't even know if that can be forgiven. I don't know. I just know that God said, do not mess with the innocent, for the kingdom is theirs. The kingdom is theirs. They get a pass. The innocent get a pass until you destroy them. So terrible. Pete, instead of him taking his frustrations out on the cat, he should have cussed out Chantal. He never will. She has got him so in the head. Let me tell you one thing. I can promise you this. She stays in his text messages. She stays in his text messages. Promise you that. He will always be her backup plan. Always. I thought you were redoing the diva room. No, I was cleaning it. And throwing stuff out. What, redoing it? You mean like tear all this down and create a whole new vibe? I could do that. I've thought about it. I might. I really might. This whole area up here. The diva bedroom and the diva closet. It's the walk-in closet, people. It is. Look at how big it is. Isn't that nuts? It's a whole walk-in closet. Pizza will never be free, but I cleaned all this stuff. And I cleaned out that thing. Threw out stuff that's old or I don't want. And I'm not making room for new. I was just like, I always say chaos. Chaotic areas bring chaos in your life. And I don't like chaos. You'd need a little fan in here? How come? I have a big fan. I just don't turn it on because the sound would be too much. I'm not talking so much. It is because I'm kind of tired. Oh, God bless you, Helene. You love this room? Thank you. It's a room I've always wanted since I was 20. It's attached. Is it or isn't it? God. I need my 10 times mirror. I love these that are already got a strip on them because I can't feel them. I just think this one keeps slipping, but I don't know. I like the sound. Oh, right. Yeah, I do too. If I'm not doing a live stream, I've got the fan on. I'll just show you how loud it is. You'll see. I love you, Lord. Can you hear it? I didn't put it on high. Good morning, Mr. Quinn. See, it is. I can see when I blink. Yep. You got to use this thing. Watch. It's because I cut the adhesive off. There. Oh, it's relaxing? Okay. So anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about, let's just put aside the character or the rumors or the gossip about Isaac and Kybella. What do you think? What do you think about the energy that is about to be produced in the Chantal verse? Like the tornadic. Is it going to be tornadic? Or is it going to be just a show? Is it quiet? Okay. What do you think? Do you think this is going to get wild? Or do you think that this is going to just be a big fizzle out, nothing burger? It was just for everybody to have fun. I don't know. Yeah, this one is missing. I'd have to put a whole new adhesive on it. It's getting on my freaking nerves. All of the characters seem to have issues. Well, everybody does. You know, some display them on the internet and some, you know. But can you, think about this. Think about this. So when you guys say that they all have issues, right? I agree. But they also have nothing to lose. That's a big difference. You think it's going to be a nothing burger? You think Chantal will be quiet? I don't know, man. If she's done her research, she may actually, she's either going to believe that Isaac has the will, the strength, the power to fade her YouTube channel to black or get her taken back to Canada, or she won't believe it. And she will come out fighting like she did with Marty. I think it's good for Kybella to speak it out, just to say what happened. I mean, yeah, we kind of seen what happened. And she is very young. But the one thing about her is she doesn't care about the backlash. She don't care. She will keep on keeping on. So that's interesting. She will believe it. What? And say she doesn't. Foodie Beauty can't be quiet. No. Especially if everybody starts. Listen, this is what will get her on the stage, okay? With the microphone. Is when everybody starts supporting Kybella. That's what's going to piss her off the most. Because that's like everybody going and supporting, D. Let's just say D. You know what I'm saying? So right now she's trying to convince everybody that it's all Kybella's fault. That's what she does. Just like, BBJ's nails growing into her pads are basically BBJ's fault. You know what I'm saying? That's the route she'll take. And if everybody just started supporting Kybella and her channel and the super chats started coming in, that's when you're going to see her rise. For real. That's when you're going to see her rise. Oh my. Talk to her. She's right in the chat, taking care of business. But try to keep it cool. because we know you hate her. And you have every right in the world to not like her, hate her, but she's welcome in my chat just like you are. Amen. Just keep it cool. Like grown-up cool. Like, I may not like you because of this, that, and the other. And I'm sure she'll be responsive. And the same with Kybella. Taking care of business, wants to read you for filth. So, you know, handle it or whatever. But we are grown-ups in here. Childish shit, you can go to another channel. I think it's all childless and pointless because Chantal doesn't have much longer left. Do you think? I think if she literally got faith and went home and believed in something, a higher power, if her soul will allow it, instead of eating Burger King, you know, all she's doing is hurting herself. But if she did go home, I mean, there's going to be a moment where she's going to have the fork in the road. Like, for real. She's going to be standing there, and she's going to have to make a decision. Or one's going to be made for her, and she's going to have no other choice. This is just our soap operas. If this goes into your soul, and you're, like, really have hate or contempt, then I can't help you, because I'm not going to join in on the energy. Like I said, I'm not going to referee the chat. Just don't be vile, don't be racist. If you become vile or racist, like when you called her a whore, you know what I mean? That will get you in a timeout. I'm sorry you don't like it, but I find that to be vile. You can talk to a human being and not agree with them and their character and their... You've never walked in their shoes. You don't know what they've been through. So it's their character that you're questioning just because you're Team Foodie Beauty or something. I have Team Foodie Beauties in here. I say Kybella and Salah were equally wrong. See, now that's a good conversation. That's all. You know that, Shelley. I do now. I do now. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Now, if she wanted to be a troll, and she admits it, she trolled him to show Foodie exactly who he is for sport, that's how it played out. But he got... disgusting. When you're supposed to love a woman and you talk about a westernized woman and then you talk about westernized women like that, I'm sorry, I find that to be a trump over the troll. She exposed him, just like FFG exposed Nader for him being in prison. Do you think Chantal would have ever told anybody? No. No. While she built him up on this platform? Oh my God, no. Are you glad that they've both been exposed? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't see texting as cheating. Well, it's supposed to be when you... Cheating does not have to be just... It really don't. It can be an emotional affair. An emotional affair means that something came between you and your spouse and God. If God is your union, right? If God is your union, then you let somebody come between your union, right? That's how I look at it as a Christian. Absolutely. And then if then that says, I can't give that to you. I need to get new energy from somebody else. That means they're never going to stop doing that. So why would you go back? Yeah, that wasn't normal texting. Let's not sugarcoat that. That's why I love you. You're real and speak the truth. Well, I speak from my beliefs and my faith, and whether it lines up with anyone else's, I really don't care, because you can always start your own channel and give me your beliefs, and I'll watch. But to change my mind, no, I am pretty cemented into everything. If you have no faith, then you do run willy-nilly. There are no boundaries for you. I believe in boundaries. I believe in boundaries. But there are people out there that don't walk in faith. So they do whatever the hell they want. They feel free to do it. I just don't know what's going to happen when they actually find out that they should have had faith. things would work out better. There wouldn't be all this misery inside you, anger, right? Frustration. That's dark. Yes, those text messages were blasphemous against my religion. So that's what I have a problem with. And if I were to do that against his religion, trust me, I would be smeared across this internet, which I wouldn't do that against his religion. Because I don't feel that kind of hatred inside for somebody who believes in something. No, I don't. I'm just grateful people believe in something. Yeah, well, she's got that energy inside of her. That's why she eats like a freight train. So that right there is what she worships, because she don't believe in anything else. She's told us she's an atheist before. And now you're going to think all of a sudden she's found God? Well, if she did, you'd know it through actions, not words. We already know she changes every story. I don't think I could forgive my husband if he texted another woman and said that type of stuff. Absolutely. No way. I'd be like, am I walking with the devil here? That's what it sounds like. I'm out. Peace. I did that with a minister, a pastor. I followed a pastor in real life, in church. I didn't worship him, but I listened. I took things to heart because I know not to worship any other god. These are just mouthpieces, like Chantal is, like Salah is, like Kybella is, like everybody is, like I am. And you choose to be here, right? But you're not going to change me. I know it's a sport for some of y'all, but that, you cannot interfere with that. Only your hatred of that will try. And that's why, if it came down to the mark, I don't even know how many of you would be so afraid of death that you would take it. I can promise you, I won't, no matter what. But this pastor ended up being very nefarious behind the scenes, no matter what he preached. And his actions, he got fired. He had to leave the city because these people that followed him could have been followed into unrighteousness and possible hell. And that's the problem. You used to follow Joel Osteen. I would say follow the money. And you know what was great? The secretary found it all in his emails through the church computer and exposed him. Because her faith, God says, bring the darkness to light. And if you want to call that judgment, you go right ahead. You are allowed to judge unrighteousness. You are allowed to judge the actions of people. What you're not allowed to judge is whether God's going to save them or not. That's what you're not allowed to judge. We have been damned to hell by Shani, who preaches the Bible. We've been damned to hell by foodiebeauty. That's their go-to. I would never say that. I would never damn anyone to hell, because I know in the end, they will be forgiven for everything they've done. Make that make sense. But some of us are, going, she shouldn't be forgiven. Why not? We don't know if this is all just a movie we're living in, and they're trying to keep us elevated and full of hate for each other, because united we stand, divided we fall. That's as old as time. We create strength in numbers. So to keep us separated through religion, culture, civil, social issues, that's what it is. You either fall for it. If you fall for that, you'll fall for anything. I'm at peace, because this is just a movie to me. It's all by design. But it makes me sad when I see people who believe in something being chastised in the streets. Jews and Muslims and Christians. What a perfect war. You watched Isaac years ago? Me too. When he says he's taken out a channel, he does. Yes, he does. He has taken out very large channels. I promise you that if Cabela would have appeared in Kuwait, Salah would have done every single thing. I don't think she would have allowed it. She wouldn't have went just because. But she did hold on as long as she could for him to send pictures and prove it was him and expose him. When it started getting dark and weird and disgusting, I'm glad she held on to it to prove it was him. His voice, he knew it too. As soon as he barked like a dog, he knew it. So it was a choice. Just like when Nader was doing all that role play behind the scenes or really hitting D for money for the people that were watching. Because, yes, there were people watching. Nobody called the police. Nobody. Okay? So whether he was really doing it or they were telling him to do this, but he was faking it with her, right? Because we just heard, like, all the actions. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. This is the evil that exists. That these people actually paid him to do things to D. This is what we're dealing with. This is disgusting. So in order to slander Nads, you participants that were there. I even love the people that said, so wait a minute. You guys watched, but you never called the police. What happened with taking care of business? Matthew 7, judge them by their fruit. Their fruit. Their banana. Their baby carrot. Yeah, it got redundant. Yes, JC. Well, how long can you talk about the only evidence you have? Like, she didn't talk to him on the phone for a year. Like, there would have been years worth of content. This was 1 week of content, and they just talked about it. You can't unhide. I don't know what the opinion was. I have no idea what the opinion is. I'm not going to play these games in the chat. Because, as you can see, my hands are free. Salah was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. That tells you he's looking for a ride. He's looking for a ride to Canada or the United States, and he's looking for money. That's all it told you. It didn't say anything. I mean, he said, I love you. And this is the first time I ever did this. Says every cheating man in the world. What happened, DIK? Was it vile or racist? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. If the world, listen, facts don't have, facts don't have any room for feelings. And facts don't care about your feelings. Facts are facts. He did what he did. Now, whether she kept it going so she could expose it, oh yeah, she's the villain. Whatever. That's stupid. He wanted money. He certainly knew what he was doing for a first-time guy. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this wasn't his only time. No, he's still doing it. Everyone is over the W and stupid. What's that mean? The W? I believe he has tried this before many times. Well, that's why Allah said, I can't believe he used that account. What was the name? What was the name of that account? It was like Home Alone something. DIK. I know who DIK really is, okay? DIK's been here for 7 years. This is a glimpse into how he came onto Chantal. Yeah, it was. Oh, Home Alone legend, right. Because obviously Allah knew that account. He said, I can't believe he used that account. I go, damn. So that must be his grifting account? He should have started a new one? I think the host of Be Our Guest is a bit of an opportunity. It's just my opinion. But it wasn't Cabela's fault. There was no more tea. Honestly, the chat was hilarious and so fun. It was worth it to me. I don't know. Everybody's an opportunist on YouTube. I mean, do you see how many... But some people, like, they're watching a show with their community. And that's a true, too. You know what I mean? His community has been bugging him since Salah entered the picture 2 years ago to handle watching Chantal because of what's going on. And he kept saying, no, no, no. And then he finally goes, okay. And what's the best way to get, what's the best way to get this rolling but to start by interviewing Kybella? It was so much giggling for me. Yes, Kybella does giggle when she's nervous. She sure does. She's young. So does Foodie, though. If Salah was smarter, he could have figured out a smarter grift than Foodie. Not really. She's perfect. She's perfect. He watched, I'm telling you, or knows not her. She was an easy target. Now, whether he expected her to come to Kuwait, I don't know. This I don't know. Did he expect her paycheck to just go down to nothing? I'm thinking not. Because the last time she went to Canada, he said, you stay there, you get healthy, you fix your mentals. Right? And he's talking to Kybella. She ate the buffet, ended up in the emergency room, and he was talking to Kybella while she was laying in a hospital bed. Come on. I didn't think being an opportunist is a bad thing. It was just no, I know. I didn't say it was a bad thing. We all are. We all are, either to get your voice out there or to change the world or to make it worse. Everybody's an opportunist. Everyone. Anytime you have an opinion, it's an opportunity to me. It's not a bad thing. Call it entrepreneur. Call it enthusiastic. I mean, there's so many buzzwords out there, right? That we take a lot of things as negative or an insult. And some people literally use buzzwords because they want to anchor you. And I can differentiate. I took like 4 composition classes. I'm well aware of when people are trying to get you to engage or when people want to have a conversation. Now, yeah, you could take the word opportunist as a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing because that means you're driven. That means you're willing to fight for something. That means that you're going to see it through. So if that's what he is, hey, buckle up. You were talking about Isaac giggling too much? Oh. I don't know. He has always done that, though. It's just the way people are. Go tell him to not giggle anymore. Kybella worked her ass off and got grossed out by doing that. If she made money, fine by me. I don't even know. She made $150, and that was after it was all exposed, while everyone else, every reaction channel on this platform made way more than her. So now she gets to go live stream. I don't mind chipping into a creator when I can. They're entertaining. I don't care. Put her cash out. Yeah, she can do whatever she wants on her channel. And you agree with it or don't. You contribute or you don't. That's it. Or you smear her or you don't. We have had a lot of people come into this community and do horrible things. Horrible. But they're always going to have friend or foe. Even if you never do a horrible thing, you're going to have people that hate you. That's just the way it works. Welcome to social media. All I'm saying, do a deep dive on Isaac and see the condition of the house he left. I don't care. I could care less the condition of his house when he left. I could care less. Maybe it was revenge. I don't know. Don't even care. Why am I going to go into his personal life? I'm just watching a show. You go look. You smear him across the internet. Like I said, I seen Shani and Rev's house. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the one that walked through it with a camera to make it internet, slander or fodder. There are people out there that just have a messy ass house. Look at the way Foodie probably left the villa. There's lots of messiness. I give Kybella her props. I'm such a private, high-strung person. I could have never have had that exchange was, as soon as he said that about like what he was going to do to her without her permission, is the beginning of every freaking crime story I've ever heard. With these young girls, and they get away from their boyfriends, right? Or they got the best friend that's a guy, but he is secretly wanting to her, right? And then his fantasy, he cannot control it anymore, and he does it. Right, May? So you guys need to take that serious. When someone thinks that, that's what they look at, that's what they fill their brain with. If they were given the opportunity, would they follow through? That is something you got to ask yourself. Thank you, Kathy. Welcome to the Willies. That's Billy, by the way. You got to ask yourself. And then she exposed it in typical fashion. What group do I want to be in? Oh my God. He literally admitted to it all. He literally wrote this stuff. He sent her the pictures with foot on a woman's throat. You guys are nuts. There is absolutely no excuse for that. None. None. Unless you're into it. Then you're going to be an apologist. Then you're going to be but. There is no buts. Of course, Foodie blames her and not him. Absolutely. It's always the woman's fault with her. Telling you. Oh, you're back taking care of business. I don't even know what you're talking about. That doesn't even make sense. Yep, I'll color you crazy with that one. Telling you, though, excuse my typing. Oh, I don't know what that's about. With disturbing images, yeah. Yeah. That pic is seared into my brain, too. Right on. Anyway, I'm going to come back later. I got an errand to run this morning, and I've had no breakfast. So I gotta make some breakfast for me and the hubs. But I am going to be back later, and I'm going to do a reaction to the latest she's put out. And I'm hoping, because what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. I don't even know what time it is. What is it like? Eastern Standard Time. Is it like 10? Is it like, wait, 8:39? Is it like 10:30, 11? Which means it's like 6 p.m. It's 10:30. Okay, so it's 5:30 p.m. in Kuwait. It's the end of the month. Foodie's going to do something. Now, whether she's going to ignore it or whether she's going to double down for views, I don't know. But I will be ready. I'll be ready for whatever it is. Because this is about to get lit. Or it's going to be a big... them two going back and forth. All right, guys. So I will see you later. We will do a react, and I'm going to wait to see if she puts anything else up. All right, guys. Love y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for the new membership. Thank you, guys, for the thumbs up on the way out. Thank you so much for just watching. And I don't know. Agree with me or don't. That's the beautiful part about being humans. We don't have to agree with each other, and I love that. That's what I love most. Bye, guys.